I just love looking at this bike. But I am thinking I may buy a Ninja too, because they're very, very fast, and I just like the best thing I can buy. I don't really like the green color that much, but the bike is faster than anything on the market. When I get the intake put on, which is going to be a little bit tricky, you got to remember there can be no air leaks. Then I'm going to video putting on the carburetor and the TAIDA valve here. One thing I want to say about these valves is what I have found is that these little pedals here, let's see where I get my little thing out. These little springs in here, which are like this but larger, you can see them. They're right here. They hold the pedals closed, especially at very high speeds, when they have to open and shut so very, very quickly. Okay? And they give you a really crisp throttle response. The problem I found is that I'll take the engine, or I'll take this apart, and I'll find one of these that are broken right here. So if anyone out there knows where I can get some spring metal to make my own springs for these things, and not have any fear of them breaking, because if they break, they go through the engine. I haven't had a problem with the engine yet doing that, but the engines are way too expensive. So the only other alternative is to put the reed valves, which are right here, onto the reeds, onto the reed cage, you can see right here, and not use any springs, these little things right here. Well, we'll see. I've heard nothing but very good positive results from using this TAIDA big intake, that it really, really works well. I'm going to be seeing how that's going to work compared to what the books say is that the intake into the engine is way too small, which I believe it is. If you were to look at a 125 motocross engine or whatever, their intake is like this big, the whole thing, into the cylinder, where it's not this small thing. There is no way to fix this. There's just no way. It would be better if it were larger, but then you're running into the variator that goes around here, and there's just not very much room at all. But that's part of the fun of the job, is to see how much horsepower we can get out of these little motors. And they're considering other motors and other hobbies. This is it's a nice cheap thing to have fun with. I just can't believe the prices of racing engines, racing parts. I just don't know how people can afford all that. They're toys. Our little bikes are toys. But some toys are a lot more expensive than others. Okay.